Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of May 18th through the 24th. And during that time, we will have a last quarter moon that comes in on the 20th. And that's a really good time for reflection, just releasing what no longer serves us, getting ready for a new beginning, but also kind of taking responsibility for our past actions. We then move into the waning crescent energy, which is a really good time for just surrender, rest, healing as we kind of approach the new cycle. So keep those moon energies in mind as you move through your week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter. So of course, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. All right, Pisces, your overall message for this reading: a personal issue reaches resolution. All right, let's see what the Pisces Collective has going on for the week. And Pisces, since my readings are free to you, all that I ask in return is that you hit that subscribe button down there. It's really easy for you to do, and it really does help my channel. So I will give you just a moment right now to do that while I'm shuffling. Thank you so much. And if you've been a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and helping me build a community here. I see you and I appreciate you. So thank you so much. All right, Pisces, my weekly message this week is that you watch the world around you for synchronistic things that may be going on, that maybe, if you're new to paying attention to synchronicities, you may not be noticing those things. But I feel like, I know for myself, when they started becoming so a way that I just couldn't ignore things anymore, it really just opened my eyes. And this is if for me, it was seeing one particular number just repeating over and over and over. And it was 444, or versions of 44, or actually 4 4s or 5 4s. So, and it just was so ridiculously in my face that it really opened my eyes to really kind of paying attention a little bit more to things that are, there's just a whole hidden language of synchronicities that are going on. If your eyes are open to it, you can see it. So just pay attention to those. Those are our clues and breadcrumbs that the universe is kind of offering as, not only, advice or directions, but, also kind of just affirmations and confirmations of things. So just keep that in mind as you're moving through your week. All right, Pisces, May 18 through 24, a personal issue reaches resolution. We're going to take this card because that's the first thing that was popping out there. Your overall energy, present energy, is that you are in thinking of the future mode. So looks like, you're just thinking about the future. You're sitting in a place where, you've got the world in your hands, and you're, it could be that you've just recently accomplished something, and this is kind of, what's next, what's going on next for you. Your current situation is doing here with the 3 of Wands. So look at all the wands popping out. This one is about new ventures and travel, but also, forward looking. So, which I feel like this just kind of multiplies what's happening in that card, that now we've got 5 wands here of you just looking into the future and looking and really planning and thinking about. That's just really just the place that you're in right now. At the root of this is the devil. Interesting. So, at the root of you thinking about the future is some sort of either false truth, something that's coming in for you. This could be some kind of false fear, um, some sort of self-deception. This could be, false obstacles that you feel like are in front of you that really are not. This could also have something to do with half truths. This could be something having to do with dependency, either you or someone around you, something that's making you think about the future, and it's some sort of personal issue. So it's close to you. So it's either a personal issue that you're having, or someone very close to you is having, and it's kind of a distraction, but it's made you kind of think about how things might be in the future. In your recent past is the Queen of Pentacles. So you come into this with an understanding of the material world, and this would be the world of, just finance. This is things having to do with your material world. This would be things like your home, and you're just in a really good place that you understand how all of that works, but also you understand that for your kingdom, which is the people around you. So you can kind of pick out things that they're doing either incorrectly or correctly, depending. So um, that's kind of making you think about the future. A lot of these different thoughts that are swirling around with you. What's on your mind is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a new financial opportunity that you're thinking about. Is this something coming in, with your job? Is this maybe a promotion or something that's coming in? Are you starting a business? Are you, reaping the rewards of an investment or something? It looks like there's just something that's coming in for you, and it's on your mind, and it's making you think about the future here. What is just ahead of you this week is the Eight of Cups. So again, with this forward thinking about the future, I'm looking at 3 cards now that have your back to the present because you're moving ahead. So this is really a week for you to be having thoughts about the future and how you want to do things, and definitely could be worldly, material world related because of those pentacles. But here's this devil sitting on your shoulder with this self doubt, with with thoughts that are coming in that are more negative, things that are just making it's kind of just messing with your confidence. So keep that in mind as you're moving through. And your advice position is the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is about a new path of communicating, a new way of putting forward, or a new thought. So there may be some new way that you're thinking about all of this. Maybe you've been dealing with something. Maybe you've had an addiction and you've dealt with it in a particular way, but now you've got a new way to deal with it. Okay, some new thing comes in, that something is revealed to you that makes you think, oh, I'm going to deal with it in this manner. And it could be, your addiction. It could be someone else's addiction, that you're just going to deal with it in a new manner. What is beyond your control this week is the Ten of Wands. So what's beyond your control is pushing. And here we've got another card with your back to, it's like you're moving forward. It's just one more out of, I mean, that's a lot of them right now. 4 cards on the table of you pushing towards your future. And this is an ending. This is you're coming to some sort of conclusion that you need to make a decision about something. This new thought, this new way of thinking is coming in, but you need to make a decision about it coming up. It's kind of beyond your control, kind of like you're being forced into a decision. Secret desire, what you're trying to avoid. Well, I would hope this would be your secret desire with the Nine of Pentacles, because this is enjoying the fruits of your labor, and maybe you're just not there yet, but it is kind of your secret desire that, if these things come to fruition, and if this future that you're envisioning comes to fruition, then you're going to be able to kind of enjoy life a little bit more. So something to think about there. In your outcome position is the Fool with a new journey. So interesting that we've got this ending, and all of this future thinking is going to bring you to this new journey. I don't know what this is for you. Is this, again, is this a new job? Is this a change in your job situation, a change in your money situation? Something, but there's some new journey that you're about to be on. And you're thinking a lot about this week, and a lot about the future. What is hidden from you this week is the luxury of choice. So I feel like you are definitely kind of being forced into something. This could be, something, again, if it's job related, maybe there's some change at your job that's forcing a change in you and forcing you onto a new path. But it's hidden from you. What am I trying to say here? The option of having choices is hidden from you. So it's kind of like your hand is forced. So yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of thinking about the future this week, Pisces, and it's kind of forcing you onto a new path that maybe you weren't quite ready to do. But again, a personal issue reaches resolution. Maybe you have kind of seen this on the horizon, and you weren't quite sure about it, but here it is happening, and maybe it happens sooner than you thought. But at the root of it is this devil card. So very interesting. I'm going to draw, let's get a couple of cards here from the Soul Oracle deck, see if there's any more advice about anything that's going on for Pisces here. Count your blessings. which tells me whatever this changes, it could have been worse. It's not as bad as it could have been. Count your blessings, look at the positive sides of things, and reflect on your truth. Interesting. I I don't think I've ever seen that card. That one I've seen very, very rarely, Pisces. So, a lot of thinking about the future this week. And what is it brought on by? It's kind of brought on by this devil card, this distraction, this something that is coming in. Is it yeah, something has just made you think about the future. So pay attention to that. Know that you're going to be on a new journey, and know that it's just you're kind of forced. You're kind of just being forced into it because you don't have the luxury of making choices. These choices are kind of being made for you. So again, it's going to get to some sort of resolution, because here we are on this new journey by week's end. But look at these cards too. Count your blessings, reflect on your truth. So, Pisces, thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope there was something in this reading that you can take away and use. I wish you the best of luck with this. And if you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment down below and let me know what it is that you're going through. What new journey did you find yourself on this week? I'd be very curious to know. So, if you like my reading style, of course, please like and subscribe. And most importantly, that'll help you find me next week. So, good luck with this situation, Pisces, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.